Yes, Damascus is now in Modern Warfare 2. You can use the final mastery camo from Modern Warfare 2019 in this game. This comes in the Tracer Pack Damascus Forge 2 bundle. Unfortunately, these are blueprints, so you can't use this on whatever weapon you want. It's only the weapons in this blueprint. However, these come on some pretty sick weapons. This is the superheat for the Chimera. This is the brand new AR, which absolutely slaps. And you can see this is the actual texture from the previous game, and it does come with tracer rounds. This comes with purple tracer rounds, which is kind of basic, no death effects, none of that stuff. Then we've also got it on the P890 for the Molten Still. This also coming with those tracer fire. The one thing to note, since this is a blueprint, you can put another camo on top of this. So I really want to see what happens when we take Damascus and we add Orion to, we add Polyatomic, or maybe Golden Damascus. Who knows what's going to happen, because essentially we're going to be mixing two different mastery camos here. Then you also get the Torch Still for the tank, which has, like, you know, a little bit of Damascus stuff on it. I really wish they would have used, you know, the OG Damascus texture here, because this kind of looks green and whatnot. It would have been sick to have a tank rolling around with that Damascus texture. Then we've got the Damascus Forge charm, which doesn't look that great. I wish it used, you know, this Damascus texture. Then we've got the Damascus Knight, which is basic. The Damn Helmet, which is a weapon sticker, which also kind of basic. Then we've got the Angry Forge emblem. Everything else in this bundle is kind of basic. The main thing you want it for is those sweet, sweet Damascus weapons. Go ahead and purchase this and see what these bad boys look like in game. Here is the Honey Badger with the Damascus blueprint, and it does exactly what it said it did. It does look like Damascus from Modern Warfare 2019. I feel like the original Damascus had a little bit more of a glare to it, almost like a shine. This feels a little bit more flat. It does have a secondary texture. You can see that the holographic sight, and I think the magazine has like almost like a black Damascus texture. I'm not sure why they put flames on the tip of the barrel, but I do like that. Then we have it on the pistol, which I don't like how the barrel covers the little tip up there, but it still, once again, looks just like Damascus from Modern Warfare 2019. Now let's take a look at these tracers, which it just called these purple tracers, but the tracers in this game usually are a little bit different than what they say they are. Oh, it's like purple, but it sparks. That's actually, okay, that's way cooler than just purple tracers. That looks like Damascus tracers. That, to me, I would call that, does that not give off like a Damascus vibe? It's got like the purple and, yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. They just called them purple, but there's purple and orange there. Yeah, I'm going to call these Damascus tracers. That's what those look like. Same thing. Once again, the pistol has the same different tracer effect. Let's go ahead, shoot them up in the sky. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as cool in the sky. Now let's take them in a darker environment and see what these bad boys do in here. Oh, that is sick. Now that we got a little bit more ammo, let's test it again. Yeah, these aren't the best tracers in the game, but a lot of the tracers in this game have been pretty lackluster, and I say because of that, these ones are pretty strong just because there's not a lot of competition right now. Next, we have the weapon charm vinyl and sticker. Yes, the charm is the actual Damascus texture. It says Damascus Forge on it, but I don't know. It's hard to read, and it's just a giant Damascus square. I'm not a huge fan of that. The weapon vinyl is insane. That right there covers up like the majority of the weapon. It reminds me of one of the prestige icons from Black Ops 1. I think it was maybe the 4th or the 7th prestige icon, the giant battle axe. That's going to look great on a lot of weapons. It's also got kind of that black smoke around it. Then the weapon sticker's kind of just plain, not too much going on with that. Let's go ahead and take off the attachments for these blueprints, which can sometimes ruin them. So here's the Chimera Superheat. This is pro-tuned to be balanced, which is precision sight picture, aiming idle stability, and aim walking steadiness. Here are the different attachments on it, and let's see what happens. Are we gonna, oh no, that's not a good sign. Okay, hopefully it was just that one right there. Okay, that's not too bad. So this is what the Chimera is going to look like if you take off all the attachments. Let's say you want to put your own barrel on it. Yeah, this is the main attachment. Hopefully you like this barrel because this adds a lot of the texture to it. None of the other attachments really did anything. You didn't really lose too much by changing the stock or anything else. But this barrel right here is pretty important to keep the texture. Now let's move on to the pistol. This is the P890 Molten Still. This is pro-tuned to be balanced, precision sight picture, recoil control, and damage range. These are the different attachments on the weapon. Now let's go ahead and see what happens. Oh no, come on. That's not a good sign. So yeah, it looks like, what was that? The barrel? Yeah, this barrel is super important. You definitely want to be using this barrel on this weapon. If you don't, this is what it's going to look like, and you're left with just a tiny sliver of Damascus. That's really disappointing. Yeah, this barrel is a decent one, but it's not the barrel I would use on this weapon. Now it's time to test out how well these weapons are tuned. So these come pre-tuned, and sometimes the pro tuning can be good, sometimes it can be kind of meh. I'm not trying it on shipment because I feel like everything's kind of good on shipment, and no matter what, this thing's gonna destroy. But of course, we choose a random map and we get the bridge map, which is, you know, the best map in this entire game. I mean, it feels pretty decent. These tracers are actually really noticeable. Woo. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to play shipment, but I want to see how noticeable these tracers are on a darker map, because these things were super noticeable on a bright map. They look... Okay, I like these tracers. I really wish we would have got some sort of cool death effect on this bundle. Unfortunately, it's just tracers, but this with some sort of Damascus death effect would have been insane. The pro tuning on the honey badger's okay. It's definitely not the best build, but if you're just looking for something with pre-made attachments, like, it's solid. It's not what I would run with it, but it gets the job done. Then we've got the pistol, and this is one of the best pistols in the game. When people run into Kimbo pistols in Warzone, this is one of the options here. I could do without the sight. Not a huge fan of this. Oh my, yeah, I don't like the sight. I don't think I can hit shots with this. I'm actually garbage. There we go. That's so much better. And once again, when it comes to the pistol, the pro tuning on this is okay. Honestly, I would not recommend buying this bundle for the pro tuning. It definitely gets the job done, but you could probably just build your own. That would be even better. Woo! The camos just aren't worth using on these weapons. If you look at it, all of the mastery camos pretty much take off all the Damascus. With some of the non-mastery camos, you can get kind of a weird effect for like the top and the mat. Yeah, just stay away, especially on the Chimera. Then we move on to the pistol, and if we look at mastery camos here, once again, unfortunately, it gets rid of the whole Damascus shape. Some of the base camos keep the red stripes, but yeah, when it comes to this weapon, no camos are the way to go. This bundle's pretty sick, but I've got some mixed opinions on it. I've always wanted to use the older mastery camos in the newer games, so the fact that they allowed you to unlock the fall camo and the spectrum camo just by leveling up and using the weapons was really cool. And yeah, this is a Damascus camo. This is a full-on mastery camo from a previous game, but it kind of sucks that it's only for 2 weapons, and you gotta pay for it. You can't unlock it. There's no free way to get it. And for me, when it comes to rocking a camo, part of the reason Damascus was cool and part of the reason mastery camos are cool is because you earn them and you don't just spend money on them. Yeah, this is cool because nostalgia factor. If you were a huge fan of Modern Warfare 2019 and you liked using the Damascus camo, you can now use it on 2 different select weapons. So I like that they did this, but I wish that there was free ways to be able to grind different, like, you know, camos. If this was some sort of update where you could unlock this for every weapon, like let's say after you unlock Orion, you were then able to prestige Orion, which would then have you start completely over. And then if you did the entire Orion grind a second time, you'd unlock a different mastery camo, whether that be Damascus, or that could be, you know, Dark Aether, or that could be another camo from one of the previous games. You know how many times I would unlock Orion, how many times I go through the entire grind if I could unlock a different camo each time? So yeah, it's cool, and I had fun making this. It's just, I wish that they would add these older camos back and just a different way to earn it. Obviously, it probably wouldn't be that hard to just add this texture for every other weapon, but I rest my case. Or maybe if the bundle included, you know, a camo, because in this game they have base camos which work on every weapon. Maybe if this was, you know, a base camo where you weren't, oh my god, these pistols take forever to load, if you weren't forced to just use it on these 2 weapons. Yeah, maybe these 2 blueprints were the only blueprints that would come with, you know, the tracer effect. And I know as I'm saying this is something that's never gonna happen. We're never gonna see, you know, these universal camos come in bundles, and we're never gonna see these camos unlockable for free. They make a lot of money off the bundles. That's how I would want it, but I just think it's unrealistic. And if that's what we want, I know it's just not gonna happen. So yep, that's it. This was the Damascus Steel Forge bundle number 2. Would I recommend getting this bundle? I mean, it really depends. If you like what you saw, if you like the tracers, if you like these weapons, if you like this camo, then go for it. Me personally, if I wasn't doing this review, I'm not sure if I'd buy this. I think this is one of the better bundles this season, but the bundles in Modern Warfare 2 right now are kind of lackluster. The only cool bundles are the ones with death effects, really the Klaus bundle. That's really so far the only bundle in my opinion that's actually been worth the price. It's a little bit of nostalgia being able to use these weapons, but once again, once you use a different weapon, you don't get to keep this. So if I had to rank this bundle, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10 or a 7 out of 10. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. If you want to see any more bundle reviews like this one, where we go over absolutely everything about the bundle, that way you know what you're getting before you buy it. The tracers, what it looks like with no attachments, the pro tuning, all that stuff, make sure to sub to the channel. We're working on getting 250 K subs. If you left a like or a comment, I appreciate it a ton. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know how you felt about this bundle. Peace.